Hey, Rashad.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. There's a few things going on right now since the last time we spoke. I guess the first thing is AD. AD getting traded to the Atlanta Dream, going back home, trying to discover themselves. Uh, yeah. Salute to AD coming out as non-binary before the season started, switching the preferred kind of reference to their name as AD. Yeah, as opposed to formerly known as Asiador, for those of you who might be a little bit more in the dark. Getting traded to the Atlanta Dream, going back home. Obviously, you've heard of their journey coming back from COVID, not being able to really walk for a few months and not dribbling the basketball for over a year at one point during the pandemic, hitting someone so hard that that's a professional athlete, really opened a lot of people's eyes during the pandemic and stuff like that, especially during 2020 when this was all kind of novel to Americans. So that's first things first. First game was in Phoenix, uh, and they had a pretty good game over there in Phoenix and stuff like that. So that was that. Next thing on the docket, you guys seen the title. Y'all know what's up. Oh, Penny Taylor. Shout out Penny Taylor. Let's shout out Penny Taylor as well. Penny Taylor, congratulations for her induction into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame this past weekend. First thing she shouted out was Brittany Griner, bringing home Brittany Griner. So salute to Penny Taylor and Diana Taurasi, the whole family and stuff like that. On that accomplishment, here we go. Arike Ogunbowale has a kicking problem. And, so obviously earlier in the season, I just had on Bailey, who came up with the amazing tweet of the "Can I Kick It" from Tribe, where, he kind of dubbed it over her going over and kicking the scores table in LA. And that was a whole thing. And I thought that was like a perfect tweet. But, a few days later, she's going in Dallas's game today. I forgot who they played, but whoever they played, she kicked the ball in the stands right before the end of a quarter or right after the end of a quarter. She kicked the ball in the stands and she was ejected. And so here we go, Vicky Johnson. She tweeted something that we could look that up after this, but she tweeted something. And here's what Vicky Johnson said, though. She said, "I think that incident happened in LA as well. We're not on the soccer field, we're on the basketball court. And you have to respect the game, period. We play basketball with our hands and not our feet." It sounds like a kindergarten teacher talking to their students or something. It reminds me a lot of times of last season. I made a whole video on it of how she made them run laps. Like Dallas is Dallas is something else. It's like a utopia. And we kind of get these reminders every now and again of like how just kind of crazy and wacky Dallas is, just as a franchise and stuff like that. But this is something, man. But it's obviously a thing, like, and it's not just all, one-sided thing. Like we say the same thing in the NBA with Draymond. We say the same thing with Boogie. You know what I'm saying? So with players like Arike and players like Diana, like who I was talking to Angel about it, and that was the comparison she made. She's like, she's trying to be the new DT. And what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, like you hold your team back when you do things like that. And like, yeah, DT like won some rings while she was doing it. But like, y'all aren't winning in Dallas. Like, I haven't been a winning franchise like your entire career, your entire professional career. So it's like, I don't know. That's like, I know people are like, oh, don't tell me how to play, my passion, and I get it. But it's like, bro, you just have to be smarter than that on the court, in my opinion. But who am I? I'm not in the league. I'm not top five in scoring. Speaking of, we're gonna look at that in a second with this all-star voting. But let me look up her tweet, and then we'll go to all-star voting for the week. We got a big week coming. Got some special guests coming in, and um y'all know when I say we got some special guests coming in, we actually have some pretty big time people coming on the channel this week. So yeah, Here we go. If you know me, you know I was a soccer player. This is good. If you know me, you know I was a soccer player first with the period. So just straightforward, just like I'm so serious right now. You know, I was a soccer player first. Literally every practice and game, I stop the ball with my feet, pass it to my teammates with my feet, etc. Ball comes at me fast. I always stop the ball with my feet. It was just my first instinct. I was in no way trying to kick the ball. The half was over. I tried to control the ball with my feet, as I always do. When you feel that fine coming up. All right. Let me stop playing. This is a grown person's like real life issues. Let me stop playing. Uh, the half was over. I tried to control the ball with my feet, like I always do if the ball comes at me fast. To be ejected for something like this is wild. From here on out, I'll try to remember WNBA refs aren't fans of soccer players. Hashtag go wings. Accountability is the word of the day here. And here she goes. She's shows a clip right there of her stopping the ball and kind of doing the soccer thing in college with Notre Dame. So there's that. Accountability is the word of the day, people. Accountability is the word of the day. I will leave it at that. Let's get into it. First time voting for WNBA All Star first returns came earlier this week, and I believe the deadline to vote is June 20th. So make your vote count, or your vote will count for you, and all the important things politicians and political people and activists say. So here we go. I'm gonna go off what I think. So kind of first, just off the strength, and then we'll go based off of numbers and records and all that good stuff. So I think the guards have to be. It's got to be Kelsey and Jackie. They get in first things first, and then my third guard I will have to put in Ryan. So here we go. That's what I have in the backcourt so far. Asia obviously has to get in. Stewie's leading the league in scoring right now. So she has to get in. Okay. Those are my two must-haves in the front court. Ryan, for what she's done just with that team as a rookie, I made an entire video just raving about her and stuff like that. I think she should get in based off of that. She's top 5 in the league in 3-pointers per game. And Kelsey and Jackie, they're like 2 and 3 right now in the league for like leading scores. Jackie obviously hurt right now at the moment, but she definitely deserves at least a selection to be on her resume for what she's done so far this season. Asia's killing it. I'm gonna go Sylvia right here, fouls, and then we'll continue to work. Sylvia in her last year, another player who just got hurt in her last season. You don't want her to go out like this. I think she's out for an indefinite amount of time, but for what she's done, she definitely deserves to get in. Sabrina Ionescu is an interesting pick right here. But you also have so many people. You have Vandersloot, you have blah, blah, blah. But I mean, what Sab is doing, the triple double machines, they're losing, but she's getting triple doubles and 30-point balls and everything like that. So we'll revisit that. But this is who I have as my lock so far in the front court and then the back court. Now let's go into the statistics and see what else we got going on here. Okay, so here we go. De'Erica Hamby is number 3 in the league in rebounds. The first two I already have as locks. So what does that say? We shall see. Complete leaders and points. If we drag it down, you see Kelsey Mitchell. As I said, watching the game with Indiana, like the Mitchells, man, they just hoop. They just like kind of ball out, but no one really pays attention to them because they lose a lot. Here's Sabrina right here. Oh, Joel Lloyd. Joel Lloyd's having a good season. Sky, I'm definitely a little kind of how would you say? I'm definitely a little I guess biased with Sky just because like she the game I saw again in Atlanta, obviously like she struggled. So but I know she balled out tonight in Washington. She had another one of those games, and y'all know how much I love Sky's game. I made an entire video about it last year with her rivalry with the city of New York. But Joel Lloyd, man, if I had to go with anyone, I'll go with Joel. So that's what I'm gonna go with this time. I'm gonna go with Joel. There we go. There you go, Joel Lloyd. All right. So I have my backcourt filled out. Front court, we're still looking, man. We're still looking. So Neka's like the top person that they're recommending for me. You see how they try to control our minds? Think for yourself so the people won't get you. But Naja Lenny's barely even played this year. Y'all not giving me like that. Cheyenne Parker's having a great season. Fresh off the pregnancy. Fresh off that baby. Shakira Austin's having a great season. Fresh off the college graduation stage. Nia Coffey's having a good season. Monique Billings does a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Let me see. Okay. All right. Tina Charles, unfortunately, not this season, in my opinion. Let's look at the standings. All right. So Vegas, I already have 3 Vegas players on here. Okay. Connecticut. I have no one from Connecticut on here. So maybe I should get one of the big 2 in here. Who should I go with? Jonquel or Dewana? We know what Jonquel brings you on the defensive side. Ezzy. I should probably put on Ezzy for sure. All right. I'll put on Ezzy. She's leading the league in blocks. And I don't know. I think she's holding it down for Seattle. All right. I'm gonna go JJ. I'm gonna go JJ because they're pretty close in their points per game, but JJ's averaging more rebounds, so I'll just give it to JJ. All right. So that here we go. I think I'm gonna give another spot to Ezzy. Like I said, leading the league in blocks. She's having a great season. Okay. All right. Let's look. Let's look. We got a player from the worst team on there with Sylvia. Sabrina's having a great season, man. I think she should be an all-star, at least a reserve. She's definitely earned it. LA. Should I get NECA on? Probably. Someone from Phoenix, Skylar, I think she should be a reserve. Dallas. Arike is top 5 scoring. I think she'll get in as a reserve. Ryan, we already have Ryan in here. Washington. Do I have anyone from Washington here? I don't think so. Tasha Cloud deserves a spot. She's a hooper. How many games has EDD played? Because she's up here, like she's recommended. I don't know how many games she's played because she didn't play in Atlanta. Dang. NECA stats are looking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Natasha Howard's balling as well. Salute to Natasha Howard. Tina Charles, I can't go, bro. I can't go. All due respect to Tina Charles and her career, I can't go. Dearica Hamby should get in as a reserve again. She was an all-star last year. Bree Jones, y'all know what she brings defensively. AT, y'all know what she brings. Liz always gonna put up big numbers, excuse me. I'm gonna go EDD out of respect for Washington. Let me check to see if I'm missing any teams here. Chicago, I don't have one Chicago player here. All their players, like I would give like backcourt people. Well, the Ricky, don't they have the Ricky that's playing pretty well right now? They have the Ricky that's playing pretty well. I think I'm gonna stand pat in this though. It's my first one. I'm gonna send it like this, and that's the way we're gonna do it. All right, y'all. That's the first one we're sending. I'm gonna fill out this information. All that good stuff. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 2K. Whoa, 5K subs. I keep saying 2K. This is the road to 5K subs. I hope you all take care of yourselves. My name is Rashad Milligan. Be easy. And that's it. I don't want to say anything else. That's it.
She said,